Well, welcome back. It's another hot day here in July, Middle Tennessee, and of course we got Old Glory flying behind us in the log yards out there, but certainly take my hat off to all the men and women who fight for the freedoms of our country around the globe, protecting our First Amendment rights, peacefully assemble, say what's on our mind. Today, I need to work on that second maple log, that great big one. I think it's 18.5 feet long. I need to shorten that down to 16.5 to make it fit on the sawmill. I also have a request to make some cookies off of that. But let's go take a look at that log and see how we're going to do this. Cut off of the big end or the short end. There's kind of a little crook that's in that maple log. But let's go take a look and let's see what we can do today. Miserable hot. It's almost lunchtime already, and don't know how much time I want to spend out in this heat, but let's see what we can get done. Stand by. All right, it's here's the log yard. I opened the gate, let the sheep. They're the Katahdin sheep, if you're wondering what breed of sheep my wife has. Using this as a place to catch some of the woodworking going on here. We're looking at the base. That's the solar kiln build start, and right there is the maple log I was talking about we're going to work on next. That's 21 inches. A 19. So that's 20. That other end is 23. Let's take a look. So it's 18 feet and 5 inches. Where the tape measure's at is 16.5. I'm curious if my tractor can even pick that log up. So I think that's what I'll do, is go see if I can pick it up. I need to get the garden hose, spray all the dirt, loose particles off of it, and then we'll take and cut it at the 16.5, and then take it up there to the sawmill and put her into place. Okay, I want you to see what I am looking at on this maple log. All the dirt, the debris that your saw blade does not need to hit, where it's been laying out here in this pasture. Knock this dirt off the forks. I actually need to straighten my forks. One side popped out, and this bar keeps the stuff level. I need to pull that bar out, put it on a shop press, and straighten it out so my forks are crooked. And that's where I keep one side's higher than the other side and hitting things. But I'm gonna get the garden hose and wash this log off. All right, to show you how heavy this log is and off-centered that it is, keep in mind I'm going to cut 2.5 feet off of that end, so it's heavy on that end when I connected with it and picked it up. But I just lifted up so I could try to get to the bottom of it, and then look where the tractor sits now. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to have some kind of ballast, a bush hog, a grater blade, or something on the back to help offset the weight. But now I'm going to go, let's turn this tractor off. We're still off the ground, but let me go get the chainsaw and then we'll see how this tractor and everything acts now with a couple feet cut off of it. We got it diving at this end. I may use the toe board right there, bring it up to center it, because right there in the center we've got a dip right there. So if I bring it up a little bit, okay, before I cut this maple tree, we're going to fix some kind of sawdust exhaust on this thing so I can pick it up and not have it just blowing sawdust out everywhere. So I think we're going to work on that next. So stay tuned. All right, back in the shop using some Anchor Seal 2. Anchor Seal 2. I've done a video on this before. Need to clean up my wood pile that I've used. resort, restack. There are the sawmill blades. That's the very first one. Those are 2 more. I've used 3 sawmill blades. I got a total of 10. There's the rest. Trying to figure out a good way to hang them up in the shop here. But there's the cut off of that maple tree. Just use the anchor seal. It goes on real easy. Just slobber it all over it. It'll be all right. And you saw the video where I was doing this end. This is what the end looks like when it's dry. You just about can't tell that it's on there, but there's that side. There's this side. We're going to make 3-inch cookies out of this on the sawmill, and I'll post that on a video soon. I don't know exactly when. I got so many videos going on, I need to edit and get them posted to YouTube. Anyway, thanks for watching. Okay, good morning. Back here at the sawmill. Of course, I've always made mention of the sawdust blowing everywhere, and if you watch my previous videos, you will see that. I've got an old knee boot that I cut the top of it off, used some sheet metal screws, fastened it to the chute out here, hopefully blowing and making a row right along here so I can pick up, and instead of the stuff just blowing everywhere. And I've also added an eye bolt. And on this eye bolt, I'm going to hook a hook or a carabiner to a 5-gallon bucket. So even if I want to collect the sawdust, I can hang that on the sawmill as well. But to show you what I'm doing on the inside, there's the sheet metal screws. I went ahead and put some, let's set this tripod up, some thread lock on the end of that eye bolt, and then what I'm going to do, I've got a lock washer, and the eye bolt is stainless steel, the nuts are stainless steel, but I did not find any stainless steel split washers. So what I will do is put some thread seal, or not thread seal, some Loctite on this side, and then tighten that up. I did not want to put a hook out here for it to catch on anything, and instead a carabiner or a hook on the bucket permanently, so whenever I'm transporting the sawmill or taking the bucket off, nothing gets hooked on that. So let me finish this up, and then we'll come back, and then we'll even do a demonstration, see how all of this works. Okay, the eye bolt's tightened up. The boot is ready to go. I may have to put I better put another fender washer and screw right there to hold that up. If not, it's just going to flop down. So I'll put another one right there to hold this boot up, so the chute has a clear way of getting rid of the sawdust. And everything is out of the way of the wheel, so that won't catch. So let me finish up with another fender washer, and then we'll check this thing out.